Lesson 5. Gratitude for money.
Gratitude is a bridge that will take you from poverty to riches. The more grateful you can be for the money you have, even if you don't have very much, the more riches you will receive. And the more you complain about a lack of money, the poorer you will become. If you think, I haven't got enough money, I can't afford to pay my bills, my boss doesn't appreciate me, I don't get along with my co-workers, or my company is in financial trouble, then you must attract more of those experiences. But if you think about what you're grateful for, like, I love my job, my co-workers are very supportive, I have the best clients, I got the biggest tax refund ever, or I appreciate the money I have for all that it allows me to do, and you sincerely feel gratitude, the law of attraction says you must attract more of those things into your life. For one woman, a new job meant a great deal more stress, so much so that there were days when she would go home crying. Then she decided to make a conscious effort to find something to be grateful for in every situation. Each morning, before she got out of her car to enter the building, she gave thanks for the day going smoothly. Every time she walked through the door to her office, she thanked God and the universe for the dream job that she loves so much. As the weeks and months passed by, her stress levels faded away and she genuinely came to enjoy her work. But that's when news came down the line that her department was being closed. Ordinarily, this would have left her devastated and angry. But she continued to be grateful as she applied for open positions elsewhere in the company. Her gratitude paid off once again. She was ultimately offered her choice of 2 great jobs, and she took the one that offered her a big pay rise. I know of thousands of people in the worst imaginable situations who have changed their lives completely through gratitude. I have seen people who were in total poverty become wealthy through gratitude. I have seen business owners turn around failing businesses, and people who had struggled with money all their lives finally create abundance. I know of people who were chronically unemployed who went on to build successful careers. Someone I know even went from homelessness to living in a multi-million-dollar mansion and securing a dream job in no time. And all of this occurred due to these people feeling gratitude for money, regardless of the financial situation they were in. However difficult it may be, you have to ignore your current situation and any lack of money you may be experiencing. And gratitude is perhaps the easiest way for you to do that. You can't be grateful for money and disappointed about money at the same time. Nor can you be thinking grateful thoughts about money and have worried or fearful thoughts about money at the same time. When you're grateful for money, not only do you stop the negative thoughts and feelings that push money away from you, you're doing the very thing that brings more money to you. You are thinking and feeling good about money, and so by the law of attraction, you are drawing money to you. If there's a lack of money in your life, understand that feeling worried, envious, jealous, disappointed, discouraged, doubtful, or fearful about money can never bring more money to you. That's because those feelings come from a lack of gratitude for the money you have. Complaining about money, arguing about money, getting frustrated about money, being critical of the cost of something, or making someone else feel bad about money are not acts of gratitude. When your actions are ungrateful, the money in your life can never improve. It will worsen. No matter what your current situation, the very thought that you don't have enough money is being ungrateful for the money you have. You have to get your current situation out of your mind and instead feel grateful for the money you do have so the money in your life can increase. Feeling grateful for money when you have very little is challenging for anyone. But when you understand that nothing will change until you're grateful, you will be inspired to do it. Gratitude is riches and complaint is poverty. It's the golden rule of your whole life, whether it's your health, job, relationships, or finances. If you find yourself in a situation where you're about to complain about something to do with money, whether it's through your words or your thoughts, ask yourself, am I willing to pay the price for this complaint? Because that one complaint will slow or even stop the flow of money toward you. Most people think they are grateful for money. Most people wouldn't think they complain about money more than they're grateful for money. But if there is a lack of money in their life, they must be complaining without realizing it. And of course, the biggest complaints come when money has to be paid out. If you don't have enough money, paying your bills can be one of the most difficult things to do. I know, I've been there. It can seem like there is a greater stream of bills than there is money to pay them. But if you complain about your bills, then what you're really doing is complaining about money, and complaining keeps you in poverty. It's understandable, if you don't have enough money, that the last thing you want to do is feel grateful for your bills. But that's exactly what you have to do to receive more money in your life. To have a rich life, you must be grateful for everything to do with money, and begrudging your bills is not being grateful. You must do the exact opposite, which is to be grateful for the goods or services you've received from those who build you. It's such a simple thing to do, but it will have a monumental effect on the money in your life. You will literally become a money magnet. To be grateful for a bill, think about how much you've benefited from the service or goods on the bill. If it's payment for rent or a mortgage, be grateful that you have a home and you're living in it. What if the only way you could live in a home was by saving up all the money and paying cash for it? What if there was no such thing as lending institutions or places to rent? Most of us would be living on the streets. So be grateful to the lending institutions or your landlord, because they have made it possible for you to live in a home or apartment. If you're paying a bill for gas or electricity, think about the heating or cooling you received, the hot showers and every appliance you were able to use because of the service. If you're paying a phone or internet bill, imagine how difficult your life would be if you had to travel vast distances to talk to each person individually. Think about how many times you've been able to call or text family and friends, send and receive emails, or access information instantly through the internet because of your service provider. All of these remarkable services are at your fingertips, so be grateful for them, and be grateful that the companies trust you by providing their services before you have paid for them. What you will find is that feeling gratitude for the money you've paid out guarantees you will receive more. Gratitude is like a magnetic golden thread attached to your money. So when you pay money out, the money always returns to you, sometimes equally, sometimes tenfold, sometimes 100-fold. The abundance you receive back depends not on how much money you pay, but on how much gratitude you give. You could give so much gratitude when you pay a bill for $50 that you could receive back hundreds or even thousands of dollars. In addition to being grateful for your bills, there are a number of other ways to use the power of gratitude to attract more money into your life. The first way is to be grateful for all the money and everything of value you have received throughout your life. Think back through your childhood before you had any money of your own. Consider every instance where money was paid for you. For example, the food you ate, the house you lived in, your education and textbooks, vacations, birthday gifts, clothes, medical care, entertainment, transport, and all your basic necessities. All of these things cost money, and you receive them all at no charge. Be grateful for every single instance, because when you can feel sincere gratitude for the money you've received in the past, your money will increase in the future. It is guaranteed by universal law. So be truly grateful for the abundance of money you've been given throughout your life. The more sincere you are and the more you feel it, the faster you will see a dramatic change to the circumstances of your money in the present. The second way to use the power of gratitude to attract more money into your life is to be grateful for the money you have right now, regardless of how much or how little. When you're grateful for the things you have, no matter how small they may be, you will receive more of those things. If you're grateful for the money you have, however little, you will receive more money. If you're grateful for the job that you have, even if it's not your dream job, you will receive better opportunities in your work. Gratitude is the great multiplier of life. On the other hand, when you're not grateful, you cannot receive more in return. When you're not grateful for the money you have, you stop the flow of more money. If you are not grateful for your home, however humble, you rob yourself of the chance to live in a better home. If you are not grateful for your job, career, or business, then you will miss out on every pay rise, promotion, or opportunity for increasing profits. To receive more, you must be grateful for what you have. It's the law. The third and final way to use the power of gratitude to attract more money into your life is to be grateful for the money you want as though you have already received it. When you ask the universe for something, whether it's money or anything else, you must believe that you already have it, which means that you need to feel gratitude for having it right now. In other words, be grateful before you've received. When you give thanks as though you have already received what you want, you are emitting a powerful signal to the universe. That signal is saying that you have it already because you are feeling gratitude for it now. Each morning before you get out of bed, make it a habit to feel the feelings of gratitude in advance for the money and anything else you want as though it is done. One woman used the power of gratitude for the past, present, and future as she wished for a new car to better suit the needs of her growing family. Rather than complain about her unreliable older car, she gave thanks for it and for the time that they had spent together. She wrote in her gratitude journal about how truly grateful she was for that car and for all the cars she'd had throughout her lifetime. She expressed her deepest appreciation for the freedom and mobility that her cars had provided her. When her old car finally broke down beyond repair, she simply pictured herself driving a new 7-seater family car, and she thanked the universe in advance. It then occurred to her that she hadn't told the universe how much she was willing to pay for this car. On a whim, she decided to make it $0. She wanted to see if being grateful would result in her receiving a car for free. The very next day, her husband came home from work to say that his boss had offered to buy them a new car of their choice. This was completely unprompted, and even more curious was the fact that the husband didn't even need a car for work. This meant it would be available for the wife all the time. Naturally enough, she got to choose, and she went for her 7-seat, fully optioned family wagon. The boss even threw in car insurance, servicing, cleaning, and a fuel card for good measure. It really was a free car in every sense. And this woman attracted it by being grateful for all the cars she had ever owned, for her current car, and for the car she hoped to receive. Anytime you practice gratitude for money or anything else you want, remember, there are always unlimited ways that money or riches can come into your life. And be grateful each time your riches increase, and you will keep the abundance of money flowing to you. Money can come to you through receiving an unexpected check, an increase in salary, a lottery win, a tax refund, or an unanticipated gift of money from someone. Your money can also increase when somebody else spontaneously picks up the tab for coffee, lunch, or dinner, when you're about to purchase an item and you discover it has been discounted, when there's a money-back offer on a purchase, or when someone gives you a gift of something you needed to buy. The end result of every one of these circumstances is that you have more money. So whenever a situation arises, ask yourself, does this circumstance mean that I have more money? Because if it does, you need to be very grateful for the money you're receiving through that circumstance. If you tell a friend you're about to buy an item and the friend offers to lend or give you that very item because they don't use it, or if you're planning to travel and you hear about a discounted special that you end up taking, or if your lending institution lowers their interest rate, or a service provider offers you a far better package, your money increased through the saving of money. Are you getting the idea of the unlimited situations where you can receive money? Most likely you've experienced some of these situations in the past, and whether you realized it or not at the time, they occurred because you attracted them. But when gratitude is your way of life, you attract these situations all the time. Many people call it good luck, but it's not luck at all. It's universal law. One woman shared a great example of this, and oddly enough, it happened soon after she lost her job. She had always been the major breadwinner in her family, and she took enjoyment in paying for her sister's birthday celebrations each year. But with her sister's birthday fast approaching, and now without a job, and with no money coming in, there was no way she could afford a big party. Nevertheless, she asked her sister how she wanted to spend her big day. Her sister was reluctant, but the woman insisted, and so they made plans to spend the night at an upscale club with their family and friends. When the big night rolled around, the woman gave thanks for everyone in attendance, for all she had, and for the abundance coming her way. Halfway through the night, the waitress approached with extra bottles and the news that their entire tab had already been covered. Apparently, an old friend who couldn't attend had seen photos posted on social media and wanted to help them celebrate by taking care of the bill. The woman's gratitude had paid off in the most surprising way. Any circumstance that results in you having more money or receiving something that cost money is a result of your gratitude. You'll feel great joy in knowing that you did it, and when you combine your joy with your gratitude, you have a real magnetic force that will keep attracting more and more abundance. So from this day forward, make a promise to yourself that whenever you receive any money, whether it's your salary for work, a refund or discount, or something that someone gives you that costs money, you will be truly grateful for it. Each of these circumstances means that you have received money, and each instance gives you an opportunity to use the power of gratitude to increase and multiply your money even more by being grateful for the money you've just received. It is so important that you are grateful for everything in your life. If you're not grateful for what you've received and what you're receiving, then you don't have the power to change your circumstances. When you give thanks for what you've received and what you're continuing to receive, it multiplies those things. At the same time, gratitude brings what you desire. Be grateful for what you want in your life, as though you have received it. And the law of attraction says you must receive it. Can you imagine that something as simple as being grateful can multiply your money and completely change your life? Be grateful. Gratitude costs you nothing, but it is worth more than all the riches in the world.